Let's go.
Oh, Peggy, how are you? How you doing?
Tell me,
My wife Julie. Huh?
This is John.
Hi, John.
Oh, there's my buddy.
How are you?
Fine.
Good.
Fine, my husband is coming along.
All right. Hi, Margaret. I'll take a hug. Good, sweetheart.
Frank,
Seen you
this
for a
is
year.
Bill.
Frank
My
Gillis.
husband, Frank. And this is Julie.
That's Julie. When'd you guys get in?
Hey, Bill, turn your handsome face this way. There you go.
I'm doing great, dear. How about yourself?
My mother used to call him Roll Wing. Because when we go traveling for her, you know, that's the whole time, but that's no more got there.
Hi, dear. How you doing? Good to see you. We're getting ready to go out. Long part of the line. That's to wait on you. Oh, go ahead.
Over here, Tony stayed here.
That's the one with all the spiders and snakes.
Don't mention spiders.
I'm on the snakes.
Tell her that.
Does he know that I don't like you? It doesn't
Is that the wall with all the snakes and spiders?
Just a little shot.
Not mine.
That's not, I think Tony Christmas gonna stay here.
Are we in? Jim and Martin is here. Jimmy here? They are.
They were going to walk in museums or something. Yeah. First couple of days and Martin's coming yeah. I mean, don't make them tell me. Okay, good
Yeah, we got to this about 1:30.
Did you drive? That's where my youngest son is. I don't know, because they just sold theirs in Cleveland, and they just bought Saturday. That's Charlie.
Corner here, they've got a Madeline. And it's a fresh fruit. It's a fresh pear. I mean, they have very little additives with all the fruit and medicine. It's not pre-packaged and that sort of stuff. Yeah, you can
You know, some of us have great breakfast.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, I had
Yeah.
There he is.
I was too, but I know a lot of people just have
They just called for James.
They
They were on their car phone coming back from his soccer game.
Oh.
I'm gonna make a good door person.
Like, they really didn't know what they wanted. Something here, and you don't need,
And I just try to, I really do try to stay away from it now.
except when we travel. yeah, Henry. Baby Ray. Tiny T.
I have at home, and I found a shirt that matches shorts I have at home.
See, we always need it.
Had to get those shoes because those shoes match what you just bought.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm not gonna argue with you.
I gave up
It
on
just went up
mine.
the elevator and I'd lost it
One
there,
of
so
one place where you get back,
there's no sense.
you get one guy 20 yards away from another guy, and you run head on. He had the ball, and I was supposed to tackle.
Put it on, you know,
And I hit him.
when I wash it,
I
you
thought
pick
I
it
was
up, right, and then tack it.
I saw
Of course, they thought he was dead.
He was
I
tough.
started to just
He was a mean football player.
God. Have another couple of bucks.
And you'll think you can.
The more beer, the more you think.
You want some help carrying that up? Because I'm headed that way.
Okay,
There's no sense in taking it upstairs. You're gonna bring it right back.
right. Do I bring it right back down?
I thought you wanted some for the room.
No, we're taking this
Don't
over.
kill me.
Okay, how about this for a memory?
But I am on such a patch that
We did some good things.
We did
We
good
talked about the
things.
German-American relations we had with when we dyed the pond, and
They really did.
I wish Corky was gonna be here.
I do too. He's a great guy.
Oh man, I guess.
He stopped to see me in Tempe one time.
Really?
It wasn't that long ago. I mean, maybe 50.
Yeah.
yeah, they were just rattling.
No, this is a class of 55 here. Oh, is
He's not in that?
He isn't in this. No.
Was he in your class or mine?
I don't. He isn't in this, Andy.
Was he in 54, 56?
I was thinking of Corky.
Corky was
Corky
in
was in 56.
Yeah, Corky's in here, but
Yeah.
Burpo isn't in here.
These two, wouldn't you recognize them on
Sorry,
the street? I would.
Richard,
It's just like that. Brenda hadn't changed it.
You just have to put straight hair on me, and then I look
Yeah.
similar.
You haven't changed that much.
So what are you doing with Mitch?
Well, 30 years worth.
No, I mean, where is he?
Does that look more? No, I don't think so either. I would have recognized Bill.
the mustache.
Yeah,
Absolutely gorgeous.
that was me at 18.
Good time.
First
never
summer
saw your
after I
hair
was
like
married.
that. Oh,
No,
okay, after
yeah,
you were
because I let it grow, and that was the summer after we married in January.
What year did you?
And by the time school started, we were going steady through my junior year, through my senior year. He went to University of South Carolina. I went to Ohio U. And,
You went to Ohio U?
Uh-huh. And then my mother wouldn't let me transfer down to college in South Carolina, so I said, okay, I won't go to college then. So I went 1 year and then worked for 6 months civil service secretary, and we got married January 57. And then I put him through school, and he went to ROTC and then became an Air Force pilot. So we went to the pilot training bases, and then he did B-47, B-52, and FB-111. So 4 children and 10 grandchildren. And John has 2 children and 2 grandchildren.
My sister told me that Bob Dunkel was dead. You remember
Dunkel?
Dunkel? Yeah. Remember Dunkel, little short sawed-off kid? He was in my class.
That name sounds familiar. I know.
He was kind of nerdy.
You want one of the wild bunch, huh?
No.
Yeah.
Now the Wild Bunch
He's
seems to
dead?
be thriving.
What happened to him?
I don't know.
I remember him there. I didn't at first.
Well, we lost
I
Sandy
looked at
Roberts.
him, and that's the one with Jim Martin. I didn't
Yeah.
recognize him.
Yeah,
But he walked the same way.
yeah, he does.
They all knew her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bob Dunkel, I remember him.
Yeah.
I do too.
Yeah, here's your,
Let me
right here.
point him out to me.
Can you remember? Can you see it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, good. Sometimes
Can't see that too well, but I remember him.
Hey, what happened to Pat Gordon?
She's in Colorado Springs. She came down to the thing that we had in Colorado. Are these the pictures of the...
We usually did have some, didn't we? Remember the time that you slept at my house and I slept at your house?
Yeah.
I would have never been that gullible with
Do
my
you
children.
remember the year we went?
Yeah, you
The year we went to on the senior trip was when we were sophomores. We went to Spain.
Don't even mention that word Spain again. We've been talking about that trip. Is that me? What is two? That was when we went to Frankenstein Castle. This one right here. I think it was.
I remember that trip when we went up to Frankenstein
We're
Castle.
hanging off the side of this broken down castle. Is that me up there? Well, my hair was always part of it. Have a look.
Glasses on to tell. I don't know.
Here, put mine on.
That's
Gary. See? I was just as well what I remember enough to make a sailor blush. I remember having these pictures. God, they all burned. That was so bad. That was what was his name?
Might as well just leave them on.
Yeah. Why don't you have names on the back of these? What you doing?
They're Gary's. He's not here. I have to ask him.
Oh, these Gary's?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll have to yell at Gary.
Yeah, you have to fuss at Gary when he gets here. There he is.
Looks like Corky.
No. No. Gary,
Yes.
where did you get these pictures and why don't you have names on the back of them and can I get them copied? And not necessarily in that order.
Don't ask me where I got them.
Good Lord. I even remember that dress. God, I had the dress for years.
Yeah, yo.
Oh, this is your daughter, right?
Yeah, that's my daughter, and my son's in there. So
But
you know him.
we know him. Yeah.
well, why don't you leave them all together, and we'll talk.
It's
We'll
one
talk
of those.
about.
A couple of those. Here, I'll add this to that.
Most
It's
camera
two of
shops
these.
nowadays have a machine.
Oh man, I don't know if those will copy.
That
Yeah,
was
they will.
90.
Because I've copied 50 of them.
And so, a few days later, my oldest daughter told me, she said, I saw Steve going around the square, and a girl was driving his car. And said, I hollered at him. I said, Steve, who's driving? How come somebody else is driving your car? He said, he stuck his head out the window and said, because my mama said don't drink and drive. So, he's already too drunk to be drunk.
Yeah, right.
But at least, it stuck in his
It's
mind.
stuck in his
My
mind.
mama
That's
said.
right.
That's what good.
Did you bring some pictures?
I brought some from the last year. You did.
Oh, okay.
You want to see those, or have you seen those?
No, I didn't see them because I didn't go last year. I just want
Yeah,
to see.
that's I want to bring that. Hi,
Dick Stevens, 56.
Dick Stevens. Yeah,
Yeah.
remember you, Dick? Yeah, good to
My
see you.
wife Sherry.
Hi, Sherry. I'm Jerry Mason.
Hi, Jerry.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, Dick. Yeah, one of the good guys.
Oh, thank you.
Dave. Yeah. I saw Dave last year.
Yeah, he was
Gary
there last year.
Gary, this is Tony Crystal.
Yeah, hi, Tony. Good. Good to see you, Tony. I remember Tony Crystal too. Yeah. Boy. Yeah.
Shock to my life.
He was a gentleman in high school.
I was?
I don't know what he's like now, but he was one of the nice guys in high school.
He still is.
There's Mitch.
There's old Mitch.
Your hands are freezing cold.
Well, the Arnold is the one. Either that or you got a hot body.
That's what it is. That's what it is. That's all that bloody Budweiser.
They said this was yours.
Yes, ma'am.
You're not drinking anything but Budweiser.
Now instead of growing up.
It doesn't matter.
Well, enough of them Budweiser. You don't want me to drink anything.
Did you tell him? Did you tell him this was down there?
I had better. I didn't want to get embarrassed.
And we couldn't tap the thing, and it was spilling all over the place, and you stood out there. We had a good time.
The devil made it.
Yeah.
Pretty much the same.
Oh, boy. I seen you.
Oh, anybody was there told me they were, but I mean, once I know it, he was
Sherry.
Very good. You? And this is my wife. Oh,
We were sitting next to each other.
when did you get in?
Now, where are you? My grandfather was the only one that ever called me Peggy. Oh, big and smart. Sure.
I'm in Oklahoma.
Tony Crystal around, there's Tony Crystal. He's married to
But,
somebody.
yeah, when I left the Air Force, I decided to go back. My mother and father were still there.
Gary Anderson.
And we went back there. I have to bring it back. Really good to see
They're going swimming over there.
We need name tags.
I had spent last 2 or 3 years. I graduated
56, I see.
They should be in that book.
Girl, and now she's 21. She's a
you were
junior
there a long time.
at
There
Houston
about 3.5 years, I guess.
State University. And we told her
Actually, that was the
we
first
don't have
place.
any other ties. My books was on, so we can go wherever we want.
And I had told her, I said, Danielle, you can go anywhere you want, you know, because that night you just pick up and go. She said,
Yeah.
Hear that?
No problem.
Have they found you yet, or?
Yeah, they have.
Yeah.
Just go straight across and then
They're
the first
amazing.
left. Then curve around and get still on it.
Boy, how
well, I put one in.
I can
The one that
they're
goes.
singing in the choir.
That fella was just telling.
I don't
Hey,
know how
Dad.
we're gonna get on
Have
this.
I hope they have Alzheimer's.
Taps the wrong way and the beer was all
Well,
over
they're
the
at the
place.
point now where about 50% of the time
Yeah, there's progress. There is.
Can make more than one trip.
it doesn't even work.
Anybody's left over, wait, you guys go
It's just single family.
I was tired of being we can get a shuttle.
We are for tomorrow.
Huh?
The German restaurant guy, some kind of truck or something.
There's gonna be a shuttle leaving here available for us to go to the restaurant and back.
Oh, okay, but it's not the hotel shuttle. I don't know. Penny need to ring. We know we have a shuttle.
One of the drivers, yeah, it's the hotel. One
It
of
may be a restaurant, I don't know. That's good. There's a lot of traffic now. We don't know where that restaurant is.
Penny went over there to find out the name of the driver. So, yeah.
I think the guy was lying to me. I was trying to get one today.
I don't
Now you
know.
have to put that these were the same, just one and one out.
And you brought your jacket.
I went to school there.
Yeah, except that I used to wear mine. She preserved hers and
Well, which means I packed it away and forgot about it. But I wonder if Billy still got hers.
I ran, I was standing on the drag. I don't know. I went to graduate school. Here comes Ted.
Yeah.
Dick Stevens.
You know, I was okay the other night.
I'm out looking for a place to stay.
3 hours.
3 cars.
3 cars.
We're looking for somebody to.
But it wasn't maybe a Now he likes cigarettes.
Must be he's been enjoying it. She found that out.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anybody since school. I've been around last year.
And we're all around somebody.
Well, I've kept track of some of it.
Yeah.
Peggy, I can't believe you both you can still do it.
That's why my brother was especially a I was the difference. And yet he wouldn't.
Oh, we moved from Atlanta to Phoenix to visit the kids. I can't believe you can still get it. Some are 3 hours behind us. It's fine going out, but coming back, it screws us up. When we went to Hawaii, that 6 hour time difference killed us when we got home.
She knew this was coming. She bought an extra big one.
We bought her new one.
Yes, with acrylic over it.
She was in my
I go have acrylic.
I was trying to romantic decoration for the lake.
I can remember, you know.
I'll go get the car and we'll get it.
Do you want to carry this?
That was Sandy. We were raising the Sandy.
Oh, there's.
I'll take care of it.
It don't matter. I just wrong. I need you to take the
Bud, look over here and smile.
November, I forget which now. Oh, we got some deal over here. In San Antonio, there's in the news there that, all Europe.
How you gonna get?
Vayan con Dios, my darling.
Vaya con Dios.
We've got, hey Jeff, I've got a 16-year-old daughter.
What's your other half?
Oh, they're both on.
What are you doing hiding, honey? Hey, get around here.
Hey, John, how are you? What we been trying to find?
This is ours. Just get ready to expand.
Oh, man. I'm not going to edit that out.
But it is a challenge because they come up with different things.
Highway I saw
So we need to raise the price. We need to raise the profitability of the
Penny was the first person.
Oh, I know the system so well that I can.
In the Prescott apartments.
See what you look at. Make it happen. Everybody, how do you do that? Nothing's fun. The control. Like Carol says, well, you're reading the dirty writing. Because I'm used to being in control of things. What the hell?
Well, I was telling John that.
Well, I do. I like to see some as far as we're looking at buying some of the new shit.
I discovered I graduated from University of 54. And the way he takes
especially on the north side,
I thought
there's what they call beautiful bunch up there. Yeah, that's it. That's what we're looking at. Yours have some big ears. Damn, it'd be dangerous for windstorm. Yeah, that's it. The poor town. Wind is the center of it. And we're looking, and I figured, well, I want to get a big house down here. I figured a A-frame, 70, 80,000. Carol and the Bishop the record is 33. And I like to cornbread.
It seems like I know, that's what's the fun of it.
But you're glad we did.
You can go swimming now.
Okay. All right, bye.
Is it warm?
Be careful you don't get shut down.
Hey, Bud.
It's all right, it doesn't, it's our R2D2 vacuum, and it is not working now. I mean, we've got it shut off.
It doesn't take too big a bite.
I got a Polaris.
Well, this is for all pools. They can't take Polaris unless you put in another deal, and we didn't do that.
Well, let's go. Come on. What do we got here? A bunch of wimps? Come on.
Don't have a heart attack there, old man.
Get that hair out of your eyes.
I feel really good.
Hey, Bud, you need to take some of the help back and transplant them.
Yeah, I thought about that, but I like it in the morning when I get up, take a shower, take a west track, and go. I'm ready for the day.
You all right?
That which takes me about 15 minutes to get up and going.
Open it up.
One more lap.
He doesn't drown. It's funny, you can't recognize anybody a lot by what hair look like. Then they, by their actions, they start thinking, well, yeah, I know.
What is it, a baby blanket?
Exactly. And the minute Ronnie said, I am exactly what we do. Definitely. She's showing it off.
It's so true.
Yes, it is.
What is it, a baby blanket?
Yes, it's for an old baby.
Oh, I mean, I was wondering if
Me!
you know something that we don't.
I use these things.
Oh, they're wonderful.
I took a blanket into we were in Oklahoma a couple of weeks ago, and I went in this place, I nearly froze to death, and we had a blanket in the car, and I went and got it and put it over my shoulder. I won't put this in the car.
The door is always open.
That's nice.
That's nice, yeah. Did everybody get to see this?
She wrote letters. My mom just wrote letters every day. She had a she sat every day.
Yeah, I was just trying to figure
Scott in her mind is I'm
Johnny Walker, water and ice. I got Tigger! Tigger got you!
Excuse me, I'm going to walk past.
Ann is really neat, and she helped him a lot because stuff like that, you can't have no problems if you broke your hip. And I remember when I asked him,
Come on, Short Red! In the water, in the pool!
Everybody in the pool.
I
Okay, I see, I see.
Now you can let your finger off the red button, and that top button just zooms things in and zooms things out. You can get right up on people's faces.
Okay.
You can get their nose hair.
Yeah, okay.
So just take a bunch of pictures and get me in some of them.
Okay.
I don't have me in any of these pictures.
Okay.
I'll pick up my... Are you doing the Zoom?
Yeah.
All right, there you go.
Is that all right?
Oh, this is great. So he said, well, I think right there. Yeah, right.
And get a picture of this guy.
Your wife wants one of those. She wants one of those. Yes, since she's in. Learn how to operate that one. Really hard. Boy, you get pretty good. That story there in Denver when they picked up somebody else's camera. Jimmy's been out there with him. Well, somehow he put his camera down and he picked up someone else's. Just going great, taking pictures with something nice camera. And then the next day or whatever it was, this guy discovered that the pictures that he was taking wasn't his camera. And this discovered the pictures he went in wasn't his camera. And so I guess they traded it back and finally got each other's camera back. This guy's got bitches pictures and bitches got his pictures.
This was.
What years were you there, Joe? 54, 56.
And that's the kind of reunion that
Turn around here,
you
sir.
go
Right.
to with
So
a
that
spouse.
get us all together.
Those are.
Okay, hold up.
Oh, she's not taking us at all.
I was there from 50 to 55.
Oh, I was there.
Oh, were you there?
I was
That was so, I was so. Oh, you were in on it.
Yeah.
So you, I mean, I'm a good sport.
Oh, I did.
I'm not sporting. That was embarrassing.
Oh, yeah, he was with us on the lot. Oh, yeah. Once I'm David Jordan, and once he graduated a year before me, so he wasn't been
I remember you got married.
Yeah, got married out of baby. Wasn't quite at that point.
Here you go, David.
I'm not sure I remember you from.
Here you go.
Did he graduate in 54?
Yeah.
Okay, guys. I hope I didn't miss it.
Of the mariachis. Do you want to go in?
Now, would you like to see what you just did?
We're going to
Yeah.
the mariachis. Do you want to
So
go
now,
in first?
what we do is
Absolutely.
open this up. See, it's got a. You can either look through here, or you can do this this liquid display. But now what I do is I put it.
Instead of everybody talks about that sense of freedom. See, I don't think that there were senior trips. I don't ever remember that.
That's
Can you take pictures in the dark of that?
Take it to blame.
I told this guy the story. I'm the one. And he said, I deserve it. He finally came out.
Who knows where I wouldn't have decided anything.
It wouldn't be that difficult.
Because I'd love to find
This is up in Fort Worth, you know, it's not that hard to get down here.
Yeah.
You got a flight every hour. Not every
That's why
hour.
they're not here.
Who are you talking about?
Cece.
The Mitch's one's got a picture of her.
Yeah.
He's got a couple of
Oh,
pictures.
good.
Cece sent some pictures of her. Showed everybody in the
Yeah.
Where's she living?
I think so.
Yeah. Much as I've been out there.
Billy
Of
Jean,
course,
where do you
Penny
live
because of
now?
her. Pardon?
Where do you live now?
Here.
Where? Here? Houston? You live here in Houston? There was not much excuse for you not coming in, was there?
No, there wasn't. Once I got back.
She was out of town.
But it was funny, I came home one day and listening to my messages, you know, and it says, Billy Bell, if this is the one that was in Wiesbaden, Germany, call me. This is Penny. Whoa!
Well, it's pretty amazing because 3 or 4 years ago, somebody gave me that website, and I looked on there, and it was
Classmates?
yeah, and it was maybe with a Wiesbaden, had all, and then had my class. There was maybe 3 or 4 names, and I sent my name in to somebody. Forget who it was doing it. And now that it's
Marge Trader or somebody like that.
yeah, now there must be 25 or 30. Some of them aren't right, but they're there.
We gotta find Jim Fisher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk to you. Did you get that name? Hey, Dave, did you get that?
Can you see that? Can you see him shooting the bird?
Huh?
He's shooting the bird. Can you see that in the camera?
Who is?
Wayne right here. He was.
Who was?
Wayne right here.
Well, let me get that again.
Yeah, this way, right there. He said he missed that.
Shoot me that bird again.
That bird.
Let me see that big bird again.
No, I don't show that one.
You got it. You might not have seen it, but you got it.
That one's little rats.
Oh, yeah. And we spent 8 decorating.
Oh, yeah.
That's incredible. You tell kids that nowadays and they laugh at you. When I'm talking about sending the dance book. I said, you tell your kids now about that, they laugh at you. They think that's the funniest thing in the world.
Well, actually,
Why in the world would you do something like that?
Yeah. Oh, no, you had to be signed up for dancing. You didn't have to.
35, you get 3009, take a right, go 2 blocks, 2 miles, and it's Doug Ridge State Home. It's got a big old fleet there. And then, yeah,
Everybody with
deer.
their bifocals going like
Have
this.
deer
I know.
that lay down and sleep in my we've got a good sized backyard.
At one time, huh?
Washington State.
It's like my chest has been slipping.
He's 30.
No, it's okay.
36.
It's okay. Are there?
There's 20 years.
You doing okay today?
Doing good.
Good.
He called me on his birthday and he was telling me, well, how's it feel? You don't have any more teenagers anymore. And I said, well, I just got some news yesterday.
I was trying to remember a place that
That's bad. Oh, it was a good deal.
There's a picture of you. Sandy, you got a bug. Did you see this one? You?
Yeah, with the
How you gonna plead on that one? Yeah.
get one.
Damn Wi-Fi's tiny.
That was as long as he ever let it grow.
Why didn't I see these two?
I got copies of these two. Where did I get those at?
The men's room is the ball.
Now, wouldn't that have been something, huh?
From this.
That's risque.
Didn't use it.
In fact, I think they said if we didn't write back to them that they'd use it as a donation.
Well,
They said they couldn't get us to reproduce. I don't know if it was that or what, but said if you paid for it and you want your money back to contact us in 10 days or otherwise we'll use it as a donation to the union.
Penny had some
I noticed that
Just about 2 or 3 streets up from
Reproductions, you know, or whatever, and she said you could order them.
well, and I thought so.
Wasn't there any words
I'll
down
have to get that reproduction because I'd like to have that 55 one because that was the only one that said,
a little neighborhood deal.
and the 54 one.
There's a flyer. Got a flyer for those days. Going both ways.
Those things. That's a 10-week week.
Yeah, that's the meet ourselves. Who's this guy? Man, you got that.
What's this guy?
She gave a hint. Here's the guy with all the...
He came there at the end of the first year as a start. He did a good job.
Very good. Almost 54 yards rushing. Problem is, we didn't have enough offense. We won most of our games 7-0, 14-0.
Where was this, Queen?
Queen. Yeah.
Wasn't Johnny, didn't Johnny go to Queen from Johnny McCrory?
Yeah.
We were fair.
Yeah. Or is that, I think that broke his shoulder.
He was a walking
Here, let me see. You first you got a little button under here. You told you that you have to push, okay? And then you turn this. You don't take it out. You just turn it.
Until it rewinds, and then you take it back and take it out.
Ish.
Oh, that's.
You want to lean over there and get some pictures, Dave?
What's his name?
Now,
Yeah, Rag. Rag, what the hell is his name?
Bill Merrill? No,
No.
Bob Robinson, or something Robinson. Rag Robinson.
Rag Robinson.
Roger Light, we need to find him. And Corky, we gotta have him.
Yeah, Corky's. What was Rag's first name?
yeah,
Was
we're
it
gonna
Bill?
try to send you
Bob?
brother a few pictures and so forth. Yeah, I know he don't just come in here. He wanted to buy the boots. That's what he wanted to do.
Yeah, I've kept up with him. Hi, Joe.
No, I'll just.
He's in Taos, New Mexico, Dick.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
No, he
just retired. I think he worked for CIA, but
Well, I know I would have been.
Campson, probably. Chuck Paul.
For as long as we
Need some new stickies.
In Taos?
Yeah.
Really?
Well,
Yeah, they just, we went and,
Yes, he's there. Really?
That was years ago, but she wasn't
sort of size group.
look at that, right there.
Does anybody remember this guy? Yeah, we're trying to remember who this is.
I don't know.
It's cute. Yeah, we like it. Pick us up at 6.
Yeah.
I thought they were like that.
Will we dress him for
Nobody does.
Well, we aren't going to the zoo.
We aren't going to Hollywood.
It's not from New York.
Oh, you can. You bet you can. Whatever turns you on.
Good thing about dressing up, you can always go down.
That's right. That's right. You can always dress down.
Make things out and send them to him.
Dress however it's feel.
Yep. Whatever suits. Yeah, they got married and then drove back to Tennessee and.
Oh, I know the Mesa Tribune. That's Mesa, Arizona, right?
Both of them were killed in the fire? Oh, I remember that. That's the only time I heard from them every year.
Oh, yeah.
Was my Christmas card, then we lost touch.
He was 1 month old.
Well, you
He
had
was
to try.
1 year old. She was 3 and he was 5.
Well, we do.
I was thinking that.
After spending 18 years in Australia,
They were fast. They're too fast. They were real light today.
Pan for the cam. Now, those were the two handsomest guys in the whole class right there.
These guys look good.
Well, I tell you, well, somebody's lying to somebody.
Not bad. We have ringers.
Top of the morning, Dave.
Use ringers and or whatever necessary.
Whatever it takes.
He's going to tell me about that story about your camera.
That's what these guys are up to.
Yeah, I went over there and ended up not having to go to dinner.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. Got a combination.
The German dinner to the pub. Oh, what time does the ball game get over?
The main one we want to see starts tonight while we're having dinner.
Yeah,
we're
that's
in big
right.
trouble there.
Do they have playing tonight? Who is it?
Florida State and
Tennessee.
Tennessee, number 2 and number 4. Yeah. That's really the best game on today. It was like I forget the name of BFW or something in town there. 8 till 2 in the afternoon that was happy hour. 8 in the morning to 2 was happy hour. And all them old retirees over there in the Philippines, they'd roar in there 8 in the morning. That's early.
Every year when we go on vacation, we get on the airport, still waiting. I take care of my dog. I never any alcohol.
I mean, you know West Timer from
You know, they kind of dominate
south
the
direction.
southwest.
Little shopping centers.
And it's, my research indicates that what happened was that when the Apaches came there, instead of holding a bowstring and an arrow this way and pulling and letting it go, they learned to do it this way and pull and let go. And that change was enough for the technological change for accuracy and strength of shooting and distance that they were able to conquer the Southwest. Yeah.
I was just reading an article in Plateau that part of the museum, and they were talking about how on Black Mesa, Arizona, the Navajos were able to maintain
He doesn't say that.
a large society because they had control of the whole mesa. And a lot of the ruins they thought were just living were actual watchtowers, so they controlled all the accesses to them. Yeah.
Good morning, beautiful.
That's back when they took the flags and jumps.
Tell me what you did when you got back from Germany. First step on U.S. soil.
I don't even remember. Isn't that terrible?
Did you fly back or come back on ship?
Flew. Went over by ship, flew back.
She came back with me and Dad.
Yeah, because we were in New York.
No, I never did. I stayed there. I withdrew to take this assignment. Well, then
Dresses
everything
alike, some
stopped.
TIs were making fun of something in Greenland when we got off. I don't want to go shopping.
Neiman Marcus.
You're going shopping again?
No, not we. They are.
Oh.
Julie and a few of them.
Cards at home.
But that's a big place down there.
Well, I'll tell you, that was one of the most enjoyable experiences I ever had yesterday, shopping with you ladies.
Get a salad or something.
I want to do that more often. That's why I was finding out if you were going now.
little hint of cynicism.
Billy, are you going back home or are you going?
Yeah, I'm going home.
Yeah.
Today?
See you
We gotta
tonight
go
at
do
the restaurant, I
some
guess,
stuff with,
right? Or are you going to come back here and ride the shuttle with all of us?
No, we'll probably just meet you at the restaurant.
Where is that restaurant? Far from here?
No, it's not very far. I'm going to have to look up the
Oh, well, I
it's
can do
just
that.
on Briar Park. If it is, you just go right straight across Westheimer here.
That was the first year.
Well, we'll probably go on the shuttle.
I'm not going to
The same. Well, we had to, they went to the small boat.
They say you can't. Yeah, I'm fascinated by that.
Oh, these
They got married.
We had breakfast at
CC.
Oh, yeah, I saw the.
I know.
Right.
Richard has 2 pieces
Those are some that were sent to me by that lady.
One daughter, Megan. She's
CC?
Yeah.
her boyfriend Ben is a Brit.
This must be CC.
Yeah, that's her son.
Yeah. You know, America. Ben's 21, never driven a car.
They had just got married.
Why not?
Mediterranean and he
He's a
was
Brit, they don't.
had a rough time.
Yeah, she sent me an email last week.
Oh, okay.
Said that she was
Meg got one.
Basketball, football, baseball. White sweater.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know what happened to the 8 I lost.
Right, he left these ones.
Got it.
And that's where Daddy was.
Do you remember, hey, do you remember those? The Wiesbaden?
They're niches. Boy. I don't know how I got some. What you gonna do? I don't know. Maybe slept just a bit.
Huh?
He slept just a bit.
Who you taking a picture of?
You.
No, David, you don't want my picture. Enough. Finished. The end. Please.
One of the deputy warden's wife there. And so we don't know her. She ran off.
He's still getting you. He's getting you hiding back there.
And hadn't heard from him since. Nobody. None of them. They got to Florida and they got him. He was house boy. White Mountain. I think we've seen you get like the rest of them. Because this had happened, I couldn't talk to the Arnold. And they ran 60 days back and forth across New Mexico. They skirmished with the Army 6 times.
This tape first has to be edited by the FBI.
You gotta get a clearance from the CIA before you can take a picture.
I told you that, didn't I? Camera hasn't broken yet.
Good battery, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, like really. If he takes it back, get the person back, he'll go up in his well more. Should be marked down soon.
Didn't see people that wanted
Sales all over.
I did manage to get 2 autographs.
So what kind of card do you have?
Is that English girl?
Pardon?
So.
Red.
A red.
4-door.
All right.
Sitting around and doesn't happen to me.
Say, yeah, hold on to it. They say somebody stole one.
Oh,
Stole this guy's camera.
Oh my God, yes.
And I walked around taking pictures, and I said, well, I'll hang on to mine.
Yeah.
And I got down to where Margaret was, and I said, well, I'm going to go get the 35 millimeter. And I said, you keep the camera. And I went upstairs, and while I was gone, first thing I walked in the room and I saw my camera. I said, oh my goodness.
We now found out who stole it.
And then I went back downstairs and Margaret said, this guy over here took his camera saying it was his camera. I said, it was.
No, well, yeah, it's not all on with the carpet cake. I heard you say you were get an A. That's what Frank and I did. Oh, there he is. Share a cantaloupe. It's like 3 eggs, 2 big blue cheese bread, 2 pieces of fish, That's great. You can eat like that. If you can see ballet in the other one. That's
She thinks she's after her money. If he's talking about money, she's after her money. I did her.
Well, I did. I was walking. I thought you were getting it. So I saw Donna. So I said, well, I'll let her know that I can take a check. But really, he was here. He started. Well, I didn't see anybody. Oh, you know, didn't see anybody.
this thing. Is that where you
Oh, I will. If I ever go to Hawaii. I don't have any.
We just stayed there one day. We stayed in Hawaii.
I definitely would.
Well, I think
I'd probably go to Maui.
Probably 14 miles up the And of course, you couldn't buy anything at the PX except black.
Oh, hell yeah.
I was wearing mine yesterday. Were you?
One of the first things I did when I got back was get some dirty
white buck shoes. And the other thing we did is, I don't know if you know, we took our Levi's and we had them stitch the seam.
Oh yeah, and that, the kids think that's all new.
Yeah, and then it looked like you had a seam. Remember those?
Oh yeah.
We didn't do that. We pulled the red tags off.
Yeah. Well, the red tags.
Everybody carried a pair of pliers.
Yeah, we did that too.
Yeah, but you had to have Levi's. I still wear them.
Oh, I do too.
Best damn thing around.
You still got that same pair of Levi's?
Well, no. The waist has changed.
I don't suppose they fit too well anymore.
They really. I think Julie shrunk them up.
Yeah, they really shrunk.
Yeah, he's probably young. Remember that high school Jerry Faust? You know, and the guy left his store in there, and he got killed, and he wasn't there 1 year.
Oh yeah.
You're out of here.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, I mean, that's serious.
I mean, if you don't win, you're gone.
So I get 15.
Rightly so. Goddamn, they got the pick of the kids around the country. They didn't get anybody to do it.
If he played against Bill Barker, he played against me. I
kept laying him on the ground.
Oh, yeah.
He was always in.
Well, I mean, everybody always says
not that dumb. I guarantee you, I wanted you in front of me, buddy. Absolutely.
Yeah, you were leaning on his back.
Me and where we were going, I wanted you.
Let's go, small football player.
Well, yeah.
That's what my...
Well, our sophomore year, we won all but one. Our junior year, I think we won one, and our senior year, didn't we win 2 or 3? Not too good.
No, we didn't win too many the senior year.
Our sophomore year, we were damn good.
Hey, beautiful. I knew you would look this way. You knew who I was talking to.
I scored one of those 50.
You are looking so good.
I scored one of those 50.
What is this? What is this?
That's 52 or 53.
52. This is still 60.
We beat I think the next year, the only team we beat was... You better raise your hand, bitch.
No, the light.
Maybe Heidelberg or somebody.
I was like sitting over there this morning eating breakfast, and that light was shining right in my face. I couldn't see us.
And then senior year, I think we won 2. Cecil pulled one out in our senior year.
You still got a flower.
Remember that? Well, no, you wouldn't play.
What?
Yeah, they're trying to get out. My junior year. We were ahead of them.
Cheers.
See, now the light's on. See, you were just faking.
We had fun. The last 2 yellow speakers. That was Coach and we got started
Talk to me in English. Say something to me.
Hello, how are you? I don't know what to say.
Well, tell me you love me.
No, that's going a bit too far.
Well, just say you like me.
I like you very much.
Okay, there you
and
go.
I love your t-shirt.
Out of my face.
All right, Dave, you're at it again.
You know, it never ceases to amaze me. Dave was the guy that had the least amount of hair in high school, and now he's got the longest hair.
Oh, well, you know what? I think it's kind of interesting. Penny has taken a lot of still shots.
Thank you very much.
Don't get lost there, boy. Come on.
Yes.
Come on.
Here. You are so good.
Hello, how you doing, Natalie?
Guten Abend.
See ya.
Wie geht es?
Hello,
Wir
hello.
haben einen Geburtstag.
Einen Geburtstag, ja?
Ja.
Was ist los?
You know this lady?
You sure? Wer begann
You know him that thing.
Natalie?
Enjoy, enjoy.
If you got finish it, okay, we'll get them. Right, so between the four of us, we got to just what's up the baby? It's all California.
Hey, Jack.
Absolutely.
Hi, David. Hi, David. Hello, David.
I'm looking at it. I didn't have it. Your name.
You are so beautiful.
Oh, I know it. I took them both. You're saving good side.
Oh, it's good sharing
I was telling him, I'm from Denver, and I've never seen that. That's a great shot. Those rigs were so gorgeous.
How much film you had? It's got to be quite a bit in a row.
I've only got 12 hours left.
He wants a bus.
See, my mother was
And I think the reason is because there's really something special being an overseas high school brat that we can all associate with. And more so, it's even more special being from Wiesbaden, I think. I think we have something that's really exploded here uniquely with our school. And I say that because if you look at the Overseas Brats organization, I don't know anybody else that has a single school organization that's going like ours. My wife graduated from Munich High School and they had a fledgling organization that pooped out and quit. And ours has really expanded, so this is really fun. About 45 years ago, plus or minus 1 year, we were all together and we all knew each other. You need to look around, folks, because 45 years from now, unless you live to be 107,
My grandmother did.
nobody's going to be here. And probably a lot fewer years than that, there'll be nobody here. Before we start this evening, I just wanted to make memory of some people that aren't here right now already. We need to remember Ann Owsley Shortridge, who, as you know, has passed away from class of 55. Alice Neuendorf passed away from 55. During this last year alone, Sandy Roberts and Norm Deutschlander ceased to be with us. So let's remember them. And also on the critically ill list right now is Jack Schweitzer and Alfred Stickler, who I don't know Alfred, but those two people. So Joe is going to say the grace for us before we start to eat. But before we do that, I'd like you to, whatever your religion is, just have about 20 seconds of silence to remember these people I've mentioned, and then we'll get on with it. And Jack, I don't know what you did, but you tolerated the whole thing, and you let us go down, so we really do appreciate that. So thank you so much. This time, Joe will say the grace for us.
Let us pray. We thank you, Lord, for letting us share in the lives of those who could not be with us tonight. And we especially thank you for letting us share in each other's lives today and some 40-some years ago. You have blessed us, you've blessed our families, and we ask that you continue to bless us and people like Penny who are bringing us together. We ask that you bless this food that comes from your plentiful bounty, and we ask these things in Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Very nice.
Well, a couple of nice
Go down there.
Would you sort of think about it? We'd like for each person to stand up and just give a brief soliloquy of what...
That's the wrong word, baby.
Smell like pate.
That's the wrong word.
Let's get up and give a brief resume of what's been going on in your life. Something, say about a minute and a half.
You don't really want that, do you, Mitch?
No.
I'm flying so far.
But all he's been getting the last 5 days is backside here.
Your car belt.
The last 3 days.
Yeah, I think most of you know this already because I saw a lot of you last year, but I'll try to do this in 60 seconds. After graduating from high school in Wiesbaden in 1955, I went home. I went back home and went down to Florida to meet my friend Lon Grice, who was in the same class. Lon and I joined the Air Force together and went through basic training together, and then went separate ways. A year later, I went to the Air Force Academy. Came out there after 4 years, married a girl who graduated from Munich High School in 1954. Still married to her. Spent 32 years in the Air Force altogether. Flew and flew and flew. When I retired from the Air Force, I had 12,600 hours, which at that time was the high-time pilot in the United States Air Force. That's not a lot for an airline pilot, but it's an awful lot for a military pilot.
What'd you fly?
I'll make it. I haven't got time for that. Flew transports. Got out of the Air Force in 1957 at age 50. Was hired by American Airlines and was fortunate to get to fly for 10 more years until I turned 60. Now I'm retired. We have 4 kids, 4 real good daughters and sons-in-law. I think 8 grandkids so far, and still counting. The youngest ones haven't started having kids yet. And that's about it. I live up here near Dallas-Fort Worth Airport, where my last assignment was, and some things happened in the middle there I didn't tell you about, but that's about it.
What's your name?
I'll add one more thing. I spent 32 years in the Air Force and 10 years with the airline. Tom Braden has spent 4.5 years in the Air Force and 32 years with the airline. And Tom's a whole lot smarter than I am, I'll tell you.
Lucky.
Yeah.
Probably richer.
A lot richer.
I'm Joe Barker. I finished in 1955. From there I went into the Army Airborne Infantry. From there I went to college here in Houston, right outside of Houston, Prairie View. Finished in mechanical engineering, worked 6 years for NASA. I got married while I was in college, started having children. We had 5 in a row really, lost one. 5 years later we had our 5th one. I worked for NASA for 6 years, IBM for 12. I've been an independent contractor or consultant for the last 18. Now we have 11 grandchildren and counting. And my wife finished from Central State in music. She taught music. She recently retired as a school teacher. And I was ordained as a deacon in the Roman Catholic Church in 1988.
Somebody asked me to go next, and I want to be sure that I tell you that I love all of you so much. And that doesn't have anything to do with what I'm doing.
Why in the hell can't I get you straight up?
So so after coming back, I finished up in Falls Church High School in Virginia. Went to Temple University in Philadelphia, which was second to Columbia in teaching. And I got a composite, which means that you, and social studies, so you have a lot of history, a lot of geography. Very few education courses, thank goodness, I can't stand them. Then I taught for 2 years, then raised a family of 4 children. And the next big highlight would say I divorced my husband after 26 years of marriage, went back to teaching for another 10 years, and somewhere in there I met Jack. And we combined, we have 7 children. And 15 grandchildren, 10 boys and 5 girls. I don't know if I can get up.
I'm struck to the chair. I'm Sandy Johnson, class of '56. Came back, left Germany, and came back to the States. And I finished high school in Fulton, Missouri, of all places. But that's where my dad was stationed. He got stationed at Westminster College. He was ROTC officer at Westminster College. And anyway, I married Dick Thurman, the GI that I dated for so long in Germany. Moved to North Louisiana, out in the sticks on a farm. Raised 3 children with him. Had a dairy farm. We raised horses and calves, everything, whatever. I was quite a farmer. Stayed married to him for 22 years, and then that marriage dissolved. I went to work in accounting. I've been working in accounting ever since. I met Frank.
She's been making me a living.
Met Frank and married him. Been married to him for 20 years. Between the 2 of us, we have 5 children and 11 grandchildren, and 2 great-grandchildren and another great-grandchild on the way. Lots of birthdays to remember.
So I don't have to talk.
You don't have to talk.
I ain't gonna have to talk.
Billie Jean Bell, and graduated in '55 and went back to the States for college for a while, went back to Germany, met Frank Hodge, got married, had 2 kids, came back, spent a lot of time at the Air Force Academy there, and then down to good old Albuquerque again. That marriage went away, seems like most of the first ones around here did. And went to work commercially for an ultrasound company. I'd gone back and gone to school in X-ray and ultrasound. And but that got me to China, Korea, and Australia quite a bit. So it was a lot of fun. Then came back to Texas and re-met Richard, who was my brother's roommate in college, believe it or not. And have pretty much been here ever since. And our biggest thing is today we spent time running around, getting things notarized to start building a house on 370 acres that we have north of San Antonio in the Hill Country. So when the house is done, everybody's invited. When Sandy and Frank got married, Frank and I went on their honeymoon with them.
Yeah. we drove.
Let's hear that.
How about this table over here? John,
McCrory, get up. Come on, McCrory.
I'm going to save you for a minute, John. Jane Brewster, I graduated in 1953. After numerous colleges, kind of like the military schedule, I graduated from college, University of Houston here. Met this guy, needed a ride to school. I'd known him when he was 9 years old, and the family said, he's a nice guy, you need to call him, and that's what happened. So we've been here for most of the years, except for some time that we lived in Singapore for three and a half years, and we have 2 children, 2 grandchildren, and I've worked, I've taught school, and I've been a real estate broker, and now I don't do anything I don't have to do.
Come on, McCrory.
Come on, John.
My name's John McCrory, and I would have graduated in 1956 in Wiesbaden, but we came back to Texas and finished at Fort Hood and Killeen High School. And I went ahead and went to the University of Texas and fulfilled my military service obligation and got into commercial aviation, which I never made any money. And then also, I've always been interested in aviation history, and I wanted to mention to you that General Arnold was a very interesting person, and that was the person that our high school was named after. And I think if you could sometime read about him, you'd find him very interesting, because he was taught how to fly by the Wright brothers, and he went through the 30s supporting General Mitchell, which had a lot to do with national defense in our country, and he supported aviation at a time when other people wouldn't have, and carried our country through World War II as the commander of the Air Force. And he's hardly known to kids today, but I think you should really take a look at his background because he was a great man.
I'm Martha Martin, class of '54. I left Wiesbaden and went to Lake Forest College for 4 years, 3.5 years. I went to GW in Washington for half a year. When I got out of college, I married Tom, who joined the Navy. We went to Japan for 3 years, which was very nice. And I came back here to Alexandria, Virginia for 10 years, I guess, 15 years. Had 3 children, went to Europe 10 years ago and had a really great time there for a while. I think probably I've been back to Wiesbaden twice, but I never did go by the school. I went by my house, which was across the street from the teenage club. Of our 3 children, we have found out that if we're going to have grandchildren, we probably have to adopt them.
Same here.
How about,
The next one. I'm Peg Newendorf Covert, class of 55, and I married my childhood sweetheart, Ron, in 57, and we had 4 wonderful children, and I went back to school in 78 and worked as a school psychologist, and for let's see, went to California from Okinawa in 1985. Ron and I divorced in 87. I've been working at Camp Pendleton Navy Hospital as a family counselor for an addiction center for the last 14 years. 7 years ago I met John and we combined 2 years ago. And on the 30th of this month, I'll retire. Gonna play and travel.
I don't like this anymore now that I've been in high school. But I graduated in '55 with the best class at theater and came back to the States with my parents who were stationed in Washington, D.C. But I went on up to Ohio and attended Ohio State for a while. Then went back to Washington, D.C. and went to Strayer's Business College for 2 years. Came out of there and was an assistant buyer at Montgomery Woods for about 6 years until I entered civil service. Worked civil service 18 years. And, but meanwhile I married my first husband who was from Maryland. It was a lousy 10-year marriage, but we had 3 wonderful children now. I finally met the right person here, and we've been married 26 years. See, Frank's retired from the Navy with 23 years. Between the two of us, we have 4 children, 10 grandchildren, and we're expecting 2 great-grandchildren at the end of this year. So we've had a real great life. I mean, it's been a happy and a great one. And this reunion has been great, and I did want to say one thing. I think that the spouses of all these people, including mine, have just been marvelous to put up with all this. Remember to go to Frank's reunion, I can be as patient as he's been, and he has enjoyed this as much as I have, every minute of it. So, and thank you again.
Absolutely.
I'm Gary Anderson, class of 55. Mine hasn't been near as exciting as most of yours here. I came back and was totally lost in what I wanted to do, so joined the Air Force. Went back to England for 4 years. And actually, it was. I'm from Colorado, so when I got out, I came back to Colorado. I went to school and got married, had a couple kids, and followed that with a divorce. Raised the kids and went into management consulting. I was in management consulting for 10 years, and then went to work in the computer field and held many different managers' jobs in the computer field, working for digital, quantum, storage technology. I guess that's all. And now I'm, I guess you would say, retired. I haven't made up my mind yet, but you know, old farts like me, nobody wants to hire anymore. Haven't floundered for retirement.
After any way this year.
Yeah, right.
I make jewelry just on the side.
Beautiful.
Are we going down this way?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're on. Well, I'm Ron Colbert, class of 54. I hung around for another year in Wiesbaden until I watched the class of 55 graduate. I went back to college, University of South Carolina, and I went in the Air Force for 28 years. I didn't have as much flying time as Jerry, but I will tell you, I had a little over 5,000 hours, but I had 7,000 takeoffs, and more importantly, I had 7,000 landings. I guess I'm probably, everybody's talking about the second spouses, and I'm probably the only one here that both my spouses are here. Gene and I have been married for 10 years. Peggy and I had 4 children, lovely, as she said, they were lovely children, and 10 grandchildren. And I retired 10 years ago, and I work for a company that develops retirement communities. My scheduled retirement date is in about 14 years. And anyway, it's great seeing everybody, and it's been one of the highlights of, I think, the last few years of my life. I didn't think it was going to be so much fun, but this has been just something special.
You're up, sunshine. Yeah.
Let's see. I'm Jenny Saldick. I was in Wiesbaden in '52 and Frankfurt in '53, and I went home and graduated from high school in Akron, Ohio in '55. All I ever wanted to do was get back to Europe. So I found out that the Georgetown School of Foreign Service didn't accept women, so the next best thing was to go to Catherine Gibbs. I did that in Boston, thinking, oh, that'll be a portable skill, I can go any place. But I got kind of sidetracked by getting married immediately and having 4 children, and then 15 years later getting divorced, going back to school. I graduated from Berkeley in 1980. And about that time, I met my second husband, who was with a big multinational company, and he got me back to Europe. And I've spent the last 16 years, we'll be married 16 years next week, following him around the world. And I think that this overseas brats experience prepared me perfectly for that lifestyle. I get back to Wiesbaden and Frankfurt as often as I can. And I'm absolutely delighted that Penny put so much energy into this. Penny was the first person I met. And we must have met at the bus stop waiting for school, because we lived in the same apartment complex. And I think that this means a lot to me, this reunion and keeping in touch with that experience we had.
This ought to be good.
I'm Tom Purrington. I was in Wiesbaden through 1953. I graduated in 1955 with the Usurer champion football team from Kaiserslautern. But it's always nice to see old friends like Bill and whoever. I do remember how many airplanes I flew, Jared. And it totals up around 20 or so, and probably 25 odd schools that I went through, and about 26,000 hours total time. Left Wiesbaden, went to Arizona State, graduated. My buddy Bill, I helped him through.
Yeah. Take all the help I can get.
And joined the Air Force, went through pilot training, Class 61G, and went to Lodges, and flew C-54s, which is an ancient airplane, and went to MATS and got out, and went to the airlines, and had 33 years at United Airlines, and managed to get married in the middle of all that, and that lasted for 30 years, and then I upheld the class's tradition of having a divorce just recently. And,
Knew he was coming to the reunion, so he had to get a divorce.
2 children, and they were doing okay, and that's been my life. I'm traveling. I was in Wiesbaden about 3 weeks ago, and went by the school, went by Penny's house, and took a few snaps, and that's my life.
Oh, and don't forget Mike.
Oh, well, I've been good friends with Mike Flannery, who was a year ahead of us,
Yeah.
and went to Kaiserslautern with me, or ahead of me, or whatever.
Where's Mike now?
Mike's in a town called Neu-Isenburg, just outside of Frankfurt.
has married his second marriage also. A lovely lady from Brittany named Jacqueline. And they have one son, and Mike runs an antiques business and is currently writing a book on the history of golf.
That's like it.
Which may or may not be a success. Anyway, that's my life.
Wayne Covert, have never been divorced. And I want to attribute this to Gary Anderson. Gary, would you tell him what you will me in this?
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead, tell him.
I willed him my ability to love and keep a girl.
Oh, yeah. I think some of these girls in here remember me. I had bad luck with girlfriends. But anyway, Gary taught me a lesson on that. But Doris and I have been married for 30, how many? Jesus, you quit counting. 34, but neither one of us has ever been married to anybody else. We have 2 boys, one's a state trooper, one is an attorney. We have 3 grandchildren. I still drink beer, I still smoke. Retired from the Department of Education, do a little part-time consulting. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Hi, Mr. Martin.
Who's that?
Jim Martin. And after I left Wiesbaden, I went to school in Oregon, and I liked the country and stayed there. I was in the greenhouse business for 25 years and just recently retired. We moved down to the beach, which is west of Tillamook, which is due west of Portland, so if anybody ever gets out there, why, look us up.
Still married to the same one?
3 or 4 times over. All I did was take a step to the left.
What Jim forgot to mention was he was probably the most reluctant Marine recruit I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, I didn't forget that.
Was he in front of you or behind you?
He was 20, what were you, 28 years old when you went to the Marines?
No.
You were 26? Oh, wait a minute.
Where's that?
Is that in Tempe? It's the university.
That is in Arizona, right?
Yeah.
In '67, I was there 18 years. We were divorced 5 years later, and I kind of got left with 3 kids. And
Okay, I'm ready. Give me your little presentation.
My little presentation. Well, I'm class of '56, but I didn't graduate in Wiesbaden. I graduated at GW High School in Alexandria. Did the usual things of trying school and majored in virology and dance, but not academics. Had a job. Went to Japan because my parents wouldn't let me stay in the States. Got married there to get out of staying in Japan. Went to Okinawa. Pregnant. I actually had my appendix out when I was 4 months pregnant in Okinawa. Had 2 kids born in Kentucky, 1 in Tennessee. My husband decided he wanted to go to Australia, so we went there in '67. And we were divorced 5 years later. I stayed. Eventually became a nurse, came back here in '85, and here I am. I have 3 daughters. One's a chef on 130-foot private sailboats. One is a special needs counselor at Nova Junior College, and one lives in Australia and has 2 children. 3 grandsons.
You need to leave.
Lots of good stuff, lots of bad stuff. That's it. Turn the damn thing off.
I just am concerned about getting out there in the morning time, not because of traffic and stuff.
Okay, Bill.
Sit down here, David. Sit down here, can you?
All right, that'll do. Oh,
Top of my head.
I didn't want to get.
Jesus Christ, that's the worst view. All right, I graduated in ~55 and came back and went to Arizona State and started a career in electronics. The first career was more on the manufacturing side. And then I retired when I was 43 in mid-70s. Moved up to Colorado, and then my retirement plans got sabotaged because the company that I was retired from went upside down. So I started my second career, it was electronics again, but this time in the sales and marketing side. You doing all right? And moved to Atlanta. Married Julie, one of my better decisions in life, and we have 4 boys and 9 grandchildren. Tickled to death to be here. It's been a great night.
Okay, wait a second.
In '73, when we were when
You ready?
I'm ready.
No. I'm Mitch Turner, class of '54. I returned to the States after spending a year in Germany after graduation and attended Northeastern State University, where I became dismayed, played football for a semester, and then decided that school wasn't for me and took off. Joined the Air Force. Initially, I had decided to go into the Army. My mother had told me, encouraged me not to go in the Army since my dad was Air Force. So I snuck down to the Air Force recruiter and I asked him if he would, how quick could he get me out of town. Subsequently, in the Air Force, they sent me directly back to Oklahoma City, numbered Air Force, where I later had my first assignment to Turkey. Not knowing what security service, and no one else could tell me at that time that our mission was overseas. I had assignments in Turkey, I had assignments in Italy, Greece, Philippines, Vietnam, Thailand, and United Kingdom, where I spent 7.5 years. Like most of you, I have not had the opportunity to be divorced, but I did buy an awful lot of rings. My wife, Margaret, here, we've been married for 22 years. We have a 21-year-old daughter that's currently a junior at Northeastern State University. I am retired. I worked for the Department of Correction for 20 years after my military career, where I retired 2 years ago. And now I consider myself just a person of leisure looking for something to do.
All right.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, she'll have it.
How about the kids at the hotel?
I called, and they all said that, and I had Peggy go down, she talked to all of them, they said that they had seafood, and they had it late, and they didn't want to go. So let me get, I gotta get 2 sweaters and get Jack out of the restroom. 2 sweaters.
Okie dokie.
Well, I have a seat.
Well, did you have a swim?
No, this was easy. He was going to go in the whirlpool, but the sun was shining right on it for hours. And you know, it doesn't need a tan, so.
It's an absolute beauty.
I wish he had gotten there for a
Would you
little
like to
while.
talk to your husband? They're in this